YouTube and friends, I just thought I would do a quick video about my Lord of the Rings collection. I'm an avid Tolkien fan. I love Lord of the Rings. I haven't been to see the new Hobbit movie that came out December, but I've got some, I'll say some, of my books. Most of them's been written by different authors, but they're based on G.R. Tolkien's Middle-earth, Lord of the Rings, maps and stuff, so I thought I'd quickly show you what they're like. And here's just some of them. I don't know if you'll be able to see these very well, but this is just a selection, I'll move the remote out, of some of the books that I've got. So I'll start on this side. These are The Hobbit, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers and Return of the King. I might have to do this in 2 parts depending upon how long this video is going to be. This one here is The Hobbit. It doesn't come with a cover. It's got Smoke the Dragon on in the bottom here, and it is just limbs of the Misty Mountains in the front there, and that's the cover, and the same design on the back. When I first got this, it was a present many years ago, but it is just so richly detailed. This is the Lonely Mountains with Smoke the Dragon, and it's just beautifully designed. And then some of the designs, I think these are done by, I don't know who they're done by, so if anybody knows, they're actually illustrated by the author, so that shows. And this is the 3rd edition. That has been printed, and it's just a really nice story. It's got some different pictures in, like there, and I think it's got a map in on the back, if I remember correctly. Yes, it has got a map of Mirkwood, or Greenwood as it was called, and then there's Rivendell over in the corner, and it's just an absolutely stunning book. I haven't actually fully read it. I've read bits of it, but I wanted for the actual Lord of the Rings. And then the set of Lord of the Rings, as you can see, I'm actually reading The Fellowship of the Ring. These two are exactly the same design, and then this one is a different design, but it has the same, it's just the colour of it is different. So I'll take The Fellowship of the Ring. Again, I think it's the 14th edition, 14th impression at the bottom, and it is a beautiful book again, with Elvish and Dwarvish script across the top. And it does take some reading, like all of these books. They are immensely detailed, as you can see. The map of Hobbiton, or the Shire, where Beowulf and Frodo live. And it does contain, as the rest of the other 2 books in the series, it does contain a map of actual Middle-earth. If I can get this open, and there's the map of Middle-earth, which probably, if you read Lord of the Rings, you'll probably pick out some places. There's Mordor, Minas Tirith, Osgiliath is, if it'll zoom in. There's Osgiliath there. Lothlorien, Mirkwood, and it's just an absolutely stunning representation of it. I think all the older books, like so these ones, have the maps in. I'm not too sure about the newer editions that's come out. I could be wrong. And it's just a really nice. I mean, even if you take the cover off, it's still a nice book. The same applies for the Two Towers. This is the 11th impression. Again, exactly the same design as the Fellowship of the Ring. It's got the Dwarven manuscript and also the Elven manuscript at the bottom. And I just love the saying of that. It's just a beautiful book. Again, it's got the map, I think, of Middle-earth in the back. I don't know. Yes, exactly the same map as the Fellowship. The Return of the King, which is the last in the series of the War of the Rings. Different design. It's still got the Eye of Saruman, the Elvish script, but it's a black, it's a brown covering instead of the actual white that is there. This is the revised 2nd edition of it. Again, it's got the Dwarven script around there and also the Elven script at the bottom. Again, it's got a few artwork in, not a lot, but what makes this book different is the fact that it contains the appendices, the Numenor Kings, the Tales of Lúthien and Beren, Aragorn and Arwen, and the calendars, the chronological sequence of order, and it also contains I think these are Dwarven, and also contains Elven Numenors as well. This one is different in the fact that it doesn't contain a map of Middle-earth, it contains a map of the Kingdom of Men, which is a smaller design. They're really delicate, these. I don't want to get them out as often because they are delicate. But this is, if you've watched the movie in the Two Towers, I think it's the Two Towers, where Faramir is pointing to places that the fact that Saruman's forces are attacking Osgiliath and Minas Tirith, and from Isengard he's sending forces to Eddars and Helm's Deep. You can see sort of like Dunharrows up there. And it's a lovely map. It's very thin, so I have to be very careful with it because it can break very easily. So then to the War of the Ring, the movie versions as well. Then you come down to these ones. These are, I bought these at Waterstones. I haven't actually read them. I must be honest. I found them quite a while ago. And it's the Silmarillion. If I've pronounced it right, I do apologise. And it's got the Elven badges. And it's the 2nd edition. I think, yes it is, it's the 2nd edition. As you can see, that's the designs of some of the other ones. It's really a history of the account of the elder days in the First Age of Tolkien's world. As you can probably see there, if I zoom in. Really good. I haven't read it, so I don't know, but I'm surmising it's very good. And again, you have the House of Elrond, and the line of Numenor kings after that. Galadriel, Arwen and Aragorn. Probably it will have translation notes in the back, but I'm not 100% sure. And it was, if I can zoom in, $6.99 in the UK. And it's a lovely design. I like the designs of these ones. Again, similar design as the Silmarillion. This is the Unfinished Tales. Again, it's different. It's the Unfinished Tales of Numenor and Middle-earth, and it ranges from the Elder Days of Middle-earth to the end of the War of the Ring. So there's a lot of different tales in there. And I don't know what edition this one is. But as you can see, it's different ones. The line of Elros, the King of Numenor, the history of Galadriel and Celeborn, the Lady of Light, the friendship between Rohan and Gondor, the hunt for the ring, and the Dunedain and the Palantir, and it's again no pictures. I don't think in this one you'd need pictures. Again, it'd be the same price. It would be about $6.99. And the cover is illustrated by J.R. Tolkien. So them two is very nice. This one is a new book. I say new. It when it came out, I think about 5 years ago. And this was actually by J.R. Tolkien's son. His father didn't finish off all of his creation of the mythology of Middle-earth, and it was actually Christopher Tolkien actually took it on and made this published. Sorry. Illustrations by Alan Lee. Anybody who's seen Lord of the Rings DVDs will know of Alan Lee and John Howell, who do a lot of the artwork. This is the Children of the Hurin, set during the time before the Lord of the Rings. A bit more expensive on this one. This one's $8.99 UK price. I haven't read it. I'll be quite honest with you. I think if I remember correctly, this was a present. But again, it's been illustrated really well. I love Alan Lee's drawings, as you can see. And there's some of the other books which I think I might have, but the design covers are always changing. The Unfinished Tales again, Silmarillion. So yeah, another good book. I would definitely recommend reading it. Probably I would actually read it. This one is not actually by J.R. Tolkien, it's by J.A. Taylor. But I love the artwork. This is, I think this is the City of the Dead, if I remember correctly. And this is the companion to it. And I don't think it actually says what the... This is the 3rd edition, and it is... Basically, if you don't know a place name, you would look it up in here, and it would actually give you a full detail. The Battle of Pelennor Fields, and it actually shows you the Battle of Pelennor Fields in a roundabout term. Good sturdy book, and it's a road map of Middle-earth, and it's a fantasy, and there's the price there. And the cover is the Glittering Caves, which is, I thought it was, but I was going to say the Road to the Dead, but it isn't. It's the Glittering Caves. So that's another really good book. The next one again is this was damaged stock. I got this when I was in Edinburgh. J.R. Tolkien, and it's the Treason of Isengard. It's the history of the Lord of the Rings Part 2, and it's by Christopher Tolkien. the front cover is the picture of Edoras, and that's, oh God, as you see, it is damaged. The front cover, the front bit, has actually been ripped off. You can see there. But I mean, there's the other titles within the series which I haven't got. Again, it's Elvish written, and it goes through actually the story. That's better. Of the Gandalf and the Hobbiton, from Hobbiton to Bree, the Bilbo's song, and the Council of Elrond. So I've actually never read this. Actually, I'm quite surprised. I actually found it, and it looks really good. I don't think there's any pictures. There is a few pictures in it. Again, it's got the different things at the back, and the emergence of Lorien, the Ents, the Riders of Rohan, and the Daily Mail has recommended it as well. And the price again is $9.99. The next ones are maps of Middle-earth. This is the Atlas of Tolkien's Middle-earth. It's the indispensable companions to Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, and the Silmarillion. And it is just really detailed maps. This is the revised edition, and it's published by HarperCollins Publishing. And it goes through the first age, the second age, third age, and the regional maps, the Hobbit, the maps from the Hobbit, and the maps from Lord of the Rings. So it has like Rivendell, which I'll find for you. Let's have a look, 127. Find it. And it gives you details about, there's Rohan, Isengard, and this is the trip. There's the Prancing Pony. There's Rivendell. So it gives you a detailed picture of that. Edoras, the Paths of the Dead, the Battle of Plenel Fields, and also the timeline as well. Absolutely stunning pictures again, and it was £14.95, which is really nice. It's a good book. I really like that one. And then if you come over this way, the last map one is this one. This is by Perrin Shelby and John Howell. And if you've read the extended edition of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, you'll know that Peter Jackson, who was the filmmaker, the director, actually wanted to know what was, this is the entrance there, looking out from Bilbo's Hobbit hole in Hobbiton, and he always wanted to know what the rest of the Hobbit hole was like. I'll not take it out, but there's 4 maps by John Howell: The Wilderness, Middle-earth, Numenor, and Buriland. And you probably will see them there. Them's are the maps there. And that one, Middle-earth. There's another one, and there's another one. Really nice, and they're comprised like that. Then there is the the Welfare and Weapons by Chris Fifth, and it's forwarded by Christopher Lee. This is for anybody who likes the weapons and the history of weapons. Beautiful designed. I've actually stumbled across Legolas, who was one of my favourite characters. And it goes through it actually has the history of the War of the Ring, and the Battle of Plenel Fields, 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 and the Battle of Plenel and the last alliance of men and elves, and it just continues forward. Beautiful book. Really, I mean, it goes into like the how all the races were, how they changed over time. Beautiful design. Most of them you'll probably have seen in the Lord of the Rings, and the Battle of Helm's Deep, Saruman, the Bows of Middle-earth, so Gondor, the army at Gondor. Really lovely book. I'm going to sneeze. And then lastly, you get to the movie companions. And most of them are by Jude Fisher, except from this one, which is actually Brian Selby. So you start off with the Fellowship of the Ring. Just a run through of all the. Most of these were about £15 each. So it goes into all the characters from the first movie. It's like a walkthrough, really. Then you go on to the Two Towers, which is this one. This one's forwarded by Viggo Mortensen, who plays Aragorn. Exactly the same. And it's just a beautiful book. The next one is The Return of the King. It's a nice book. Again, most of these are $14.99. Absolutely stunning artwork. I think that's one of the reasons that drew me to J.R. Tolkien, was his imagery of Middle-earth. And then The Hobbit, which, as most of you be aware, it came out in December of 2012. I've never seen it, but I would like to. I think it would be really interesting to see it, especially when I haven't read the book. Silly me. But yeah, I mean, you can see the likeness between actually Frodo and Bilbo when you see them pictures. So that's another one. Most of these are priced at about $12.99 to $14.99. That one was actually $12.99. And then, as a whole, The Lord of the Rings in its entirety. And this was actually $16.99 at T.J. Nallen's, which is in Morpeth. And it's a beautiful map of Middle-earth. Actually, it's in a really pale green colour. And it is a complete guide. And it actually goes through. It actually's got introductions with. And you can see that there's the actual one that I've got, which is really, and it's scary when you look back at the footage on this haul. You'll be able to see that one is exactly the one I've got. And there's J.R. Tolkien there. So yes, and it just goes into a lot of detail about how it was actually made and how the cast, the cast of it, and yes, it's really good. Liv Taylor, Viggo Mortensen, Ian McKellen. So it's really good. So there is a really just a quick haul of my Lord of the Rings book collection. I have got other items which I'll be posting hauls this week of different Lord of the Rings things that I've got. I'll try and put where I actually got most of these books from. Most of them, as I say, will be from Waterstones, except the Return of the King, the Fellowship, Two Towers, and the Hobbit. They were actually a present from a friend of the family. It was some years ago. The rest will be from, as I say, Waterstones, WHSmiths, and that's about it really. I don't think there's any off Amazon. I normally go and buy my books unless there's a really good deal online. So yeah, so please feel free to post a comment below, and I'll get back to you with another haul in the middle of the week of all my other Lord of the Rings things that I've got. So yes, thank you very much, and I hope you have a nice day.